Dearly beloved in Christ, is the Tuesday of the first week of Advent. And we read from Luke's Gospel, chapter 10, verses 21 through to 24. Leo Boscaglia once wrote a book titled Living, Loving, and Learning. And in page 73 of it, he wrote, "We are easily impressed with people who have impressive labels. We believe that an MD, an MSc, or a PhD, or different degrees and titles that people flaunt around, MTN, CNN, FIP, MNI, and all of those series of titles. We think often that those kind of impressive labels make one wise or learned. So the most funny and stupid people we have PhDs and have double doctorates. So it brings home the point that some of the wisest people that a lot of us know don't even know and don't even have PhDs. And some have both true wisdom and academic wisdom and intelligence. And honestly, a lot are very humble and childlike. We give it to them. And that is what it means to imitate Christ. They rely on God always for direction. And whatever they have attained in life, they give it back all to God. And this is what Jesus extols and recommends for all of us today. The words of Jesus in today's gospel reading are rather confusing. One may say, he says, "I give you praise, Father, for although you have hidden this from the wise and the learned, and you have revealed them to mere or little children. To know the secret of life and living, God's kingdom, and living in godly manner, dear friends, we truly cannot be less than childlike, humble, docile, submissive to the will of God." Obviously, we should not take these words literally. What Jesus meant is that he reveals himself to those whose hearts are open and humble, or who have childlike simplicity, and not those who are proud and arrogant. Childlike simplicity, therefore, knows how to trust in God as the Father, and this is what we need today. Let us walk this life not on our own terms and principles, but in childlike spirit, and trust in the Lord to order our ways and propel our paths. A 10-year-old, very smart lad, a class teacher, a question because of the apparent evils he sees around him and his obvious disappointment. He asked, "Sir, what's wrong, for goodness sake, with grown-ups and adults now?" Other children take turns to respond to this young lad's question. Grown-ups lie a lot. Grown-ups don't tell themselves the truth. Grown-ups bicker a lot. Grown-ups cheat a lot. Grown-ups are insincere. Never really listen to what children have to say. Grown-up are this, grown-up are that. Every one of them have one very terrible thing to say about grown-ups. Dear friends, you can be yourself and be Christ-like and childlike. I do not want to be like a Paul, no, or any mere man. I simply want to be like Jesus. I want to follow his only, copy his teachings, drink in his spirit, and place my feet in his footprints. May Christ make us truly like unto himself, and this is our prayers through Christ. May the Lord favor you today and prosper you in all the good works you do. Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
I hope you're doing good, and I hope all is going on well with you. You can also subscribe to this channel. Don't you think you should consider doing so? And we'll be very, very